The record might, sting a little bit. If it does happen on me, I guess I'd be like, yeah, kids, that's me right there getting absolutely blasted. So.
All right, welcome back to the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. Mike Catalana. I am Jenna Cottrell. Dan Fates with a veteran day off. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. We're going to talk about today what happened here in Orchard Park, but first, we got something coming up.
We're back in Buffalo, Riverworks, if you can get out there. So I don't know when you're watching this, but it's Thursday night, 5 to 7, doing the meet and greet there, and then 7 to 8 doing the live podcast. Jenna, I think they have us on the roller derby floor is where we are. They have
okay, wow.
everything at Riverworks.
I'm just learning this right now.
Yes, they were telling us.
Are you going to get your skates or?
Do you think they want me roller derby?
No.
Derbying?
Actually, yes.
Yes, that would be kind of funny. Dan, we'll tell Dan he's got to do it.
I love it.
But we were there the last time. It was great. Brought to you by White Claw. So we'll be there in Buffalo 5 to 8 o'clock on Thursday night.
Yeah, would love to see you all out there. That'll be December 18th. So coming up on Thursday, tomorrow from when we're recording this. Okay, so here in Bill's facility.
Yes.
We're in the facility right now.
In the building.
Bill's at a walkthrough today. We'll get into a little bit about the injuries later, but first, Bill's getting ahead looking at the matchup with the Browns coming up on Sunday. And the talk today was just of MYLES GARRETT and how good of a player he is for Cleveland.
You know, when teams play the Bills, they start with Josh Allen, right? Who is, I think, right now the best football player in the NFL.
That's fair.
If you go on the defensive side of the ball, the best football player in the NFL is MYLES GARRETT. And they just don't hold back with their sort of praise of him.
Yeah.
And I sort of get a kick out of players, hold back a little bit on some guys, even very, very good players. They're like, yeah, he's a good player. Yep, we'll get a matchup. When it's MYLES GARRETT, it's like, this dude is different.
Well, and what's so interesting is that on Sunday, so he is 1.5 sacks away from setting the new NFL record. So he has the possibility of making NFL history on Sunday against Josh Allen. It was funny. Josh was asked by our friend Matt Beauvais of Channel 7 here in Buffalo. He's like, do you want to be a part of that? And Josh kind of was laughing. It was like, yeah, I don't like to be in other people's highlight tapes, but there is history that's on the line this weekend.
Yeah, it is an incredible thing he's done. Look, they have a pretty good defensive line.
Yeah.
Their team just hasn't been that good. Their defense is good. But teams, even with a good D-line, try to double and sometimes triple team them. And Sean McDermott was like, he just goes through that. Like, he is an incredible player. So to do this in a season, again, what has been very difficult for the Cleveland Browns, it is the only thing for Browns fans, really, to be holding on to this year. A guy who they thought was going to leave and then sign the big deal to stay in Cleveland.
I mean, you talk about the praise. Players like Spencer Brown, who will be going against him on Sunday, was like, yeah, he's the fastest guy on the field. He's the most powerful guy on the field. And we asked him, like, how do you approach that? He's like, look, you got to prepare, but you got to be yourself too. You can't go over and above and beyond. You have to focus on what you do best, what your game plan is for yourself. But he also talked about how, like, the win is the most important, which I understand where he's coming from.
You know what? Let's take 2 seconds.
Yes.
Take a listen to what Spencer Brown said about, being on the other side of what could be a record.
Yeah.
I think the win will erase if he gets the record. The record might, sting a little bit. If it does happen on me, I guess I'd be like, yeah, kids, that's me right there getting absolutely blasted. So hopefully it doesn't happen, but, a win is the main focus. If it happens, it happens, but hopefully walk out of there with a win.
I like how the attitude about it, like, because it is true.
I think it's, you'll see the quarterback. It is a quarterback sack. Mm-hmm. But I think the offensive line feels it more than the quarter. I don't mean physically feels it. I mean, like, they're like, oh, we let our guy get hit. Oh, on a record, which NFL Films is going to show like a billion times throughout history. So
yeah, I would imagine like family will be in town for MYLES GARRETT on Sunday. Like, it's expected that he does break this record. It just happens to be against the Bills.
Yeah, and it's funny when you would normally go, 1.5 sacks in a game is a really good game.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the norm for him. He had 5 in one game.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Looking at what he's been able to do this season. 1.5 sacks. That'd be a huge game for someone we know.
By the way, Rousseau got one. He moved another ahead of Benford.
Yes.
So he is dominating now. He's up in a good game. Good solid game. He's got
sniffing around where Joey Bosa is? Or?
He's got 4.
Okay. He's one behind.
It's halfway to what I predicted.
Yeah. If I were to tell you in December or in August You'd be like, no way.
Need a big game. Need a big game, 50. Let's
Okay.
go.
All
Here
right.
we go.
So that was funny just hearing the Bills talk about Myles Garrett. And you're right. Sometimes they are a little bit more guarded about a player that's really good, but he's earned the praise, and the Bills were able to give that because what we're seeing is expected to be history on Sunday.
Yeah. It'll be something to watch because these kind of plays could happen in the fourth quarter of a game. Say it gets away from the Browns and it's that kind of game.
Yeah.
Could be Mitch Trubisky on the field.
It could be.
I'm just throwing that out there. Mitch hasn't played a lot because it seems like every game for them is
A game. Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
The injury report. So the Bills had a walkthrough today, so it was closed to the media as it always is. But some things from the injury report. One of them being Dalton Kincaid, knee injury, did not practice.
Right.
How concerned are you about that?
I think it's just going to be a thing for him the rest of the year. I don't believe he did anything in the game other than, he was on it. And you never know how the player comes out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. This was a walkthrough, so it was sort of the idea of what practice would be. We're doing this on Wednesday. We'll know a little more on Thursday. I just feel like with Kincaid, the way it's been, I think this is going to be a thing they monitor. And I don't think they would put it as like veteran rest because he's been dealing with an injury. So I think the smart thing is put it down as a knee, which I'm sure there is something to it, and then go from there. But it's certainly something to look at. But, hey, we know Dawson Knox stood up and
he
played
had
really
a
well
hell
the
of a
last
game.
few weeks. So the
Yeah.
tight end position has been manned pretty well the last few weeks, especially with Knox playing so well.
Yeah. Deion Dawkins, he was listed as not practicing due to an illness. Why is
I love Dion, but like, if you're an offensive lineman, we just talked about Myles Garrett. You're like, I am feeling too well this week. I'm kidding. He wants to go up against him,
Yeah,
but it'd
of
be like,
course.
he is the kind of guy, like if your team was out of it, you might be like, ooh, coach, not feeling too well. I think I need to sit out Sunday.
That's
Somebody
really
else
funny.
get ready. Just
Yeah.
kidding. Dion will be out there. I
Yeah.
think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Christian Benford,
Limited.
again, listed as limited.
Toe. Sean McDermott said he is moving in the right direction. So
Don't we all want to be doing that?
yeah, some days feel more like that than others.
I'm moving in the right direction.
Yeah,
Very
I didn't
happy.
work out today, so I feel like I can't say
I didn't
that
do
about
anything.
myself.
I
But
had
yesterday, yeah,
Yeah, that was about
you
it.
do that every day, no?
Yes, that is true.
I was just saying.
But I usually go try to work out too. But this is,
Oh.
it's a busy day. We're working.
yeah, we're in.
Dan's got the veteran day off.
Yes, which also people were commending you for how much you worked.
Damn right.
Michael does work a lot. We
Yeah.
got to give you credit.
And it's those days. Understanding there's only 7 days in the week. These guys work
Really?
like crazy,
Breaking news.
and we have to give everybody time off.
Yes.
And I don't mind doing some of the extra stuff because once spring and summer hits,
Yes, which is fine.
I'm taking some time.
Yeah.
But during the year, it's just what we have to do because we got TV stuff to do. We got the podcast.
Yes.
We got some travel.
Yeah. And we
got
got that live podcast again tomorrow. So all good fun. But yes, I was giving you credit.
I know, but
Yeah.
it is. But it is funny when I say that. It's like you guys aren't showing up for the podcast to some people. I'm like, oh no, they'd be there. Dan doesn't like to miss anything.
Yes. I don't mind missing this. Dan, I think really.
Chef Jenna was taking care of family
I would say
obligations.
Zach's birthday was yesterday,
Yeah.
so I had to.
Nice.
I was a good wife.
Yes,
wife.
right. Took care of
Yes,
things.
I was. Okay. All right. We'll have plenty more coming up on the podcast on Thursday, as well as more coverage leading into the Browns game on Sunday.
We also have an interview with John Doss. Used to work with us. Was here in
Yes.
Western New York. He's in Cleveland. Gives you a really good synopsis of what the Browns are.
Good word.
The good and the bad. Like he sees talent on this team, just not enough. What he thinks of Shador Sanders, all that. So you can check that out. That's on Buffalo Plus.
Awesome. All right. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, as well as share. For
I
Mike,
did a terrible job of like, comment, subscribe.
that's.
It was terrible.
I feel like that's pretty.
it is, but you missed
I'm a
it.
little concerned about that.
Yeah, that was a little off.
Okay. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. We'll catch you next time here on the Buffalo Plus channel. You did it.